So this is for anyone who's like lost in the walk of Christ. I'm not going to tell you any bullcrap like, oh, you should seek God more, blah 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 blah, or you should like pray more, because that's like telling a person who cannot walk that they should walk it out in order to walk again. Like, what are you even trying to say? Or like somebody with an injury to just, like ignore it and let time heal it or something. You know what I mean? But what I want you to do is literally do this right now. It is not something that you should listen to. You should do this right now. Just put yourself in the devil's shoes and think, like, what would you do to make somebody turn away from Christ, or someone to distance themselves from God? I'll give you an example of what I've written. This is what I've written yesterday. So like, this is what I've written. Yeah. If I was the devil and I want to distance someone from God, this is what I do. I will first analyze this person's purpose that God has given them, and then I'll analyze their needs and wants that they don't have. And what they want can include money, or spouse, or like, like direction, or just like, validation or whatever. Then I'll first tempt that person with like false version of what they want. So if they want love, I'll just like, tempt them with like watch corn or like dating apps or something. And if they want like money or financial gains, I'll give them the desire to, like try crypto or scamming people or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, guess what? I won't come off as like a person with two horns or something. I'll come off as a whisper, and I'll play with the minds and with the emotions a bit. I'll play with their hearts and minds. But if they don't like fall into it, which most people do, then I'll start bringing up their past and trauma to remind them how they're like not worthy or whatever, and how they cannot do anything, which will distance themselves from the actual purpose that God has for them. By doing that, they'll start feeling more crap, and they emotionally be more like entangled or like sad or whatever. Which means that they're more likely going to like find some other short dopamine in order to make them feel happier. And when they're stuck in that, and like if they fail at step 1, or like if they fail at step 2 or whatever, this is what I'll do then. I'll then remind them of how like how worthless and stupid they are, and how Christ will not forgive them. So they'll never turn to God, or like they won't turn to God. And I'll keep on like tempting. The more they do it, the more I'll tempt them until it turns into addiction, where they'll like keep on chasing pleasure over and over again, basically. So yeah, my biggest power is, if I was the devil, I would use pleasure and comfort in order to make that person stay away from God, as they'll feel like they're content with whatever, so they don't have to seek God. They're like good or whatever. They'll make something else their own God, and it's just going to make them feel even more crap. And yeah, I want you to do that with yourself. You don't have to copy me, but what would you do if you're the devil, huh?